today I'm going to be tier ranking all of the countries that I've visited. I've done my fair share of traveling. Some would say I've been to a lot of places, some would say that I haven't been to many at all. I think I'm kind of in the middle there. I definitely want to travel more. At the top you can see the first one is obsessed, need to go back. The next is amazing, probably will go back. Next is great, so I loved it there, but I've seen it, been there, done that, don't need to really go back again and spend more money. The next is good, so I might not find it personally like I would really go, I guess, if I were to choose again. But you know, other people might have other reasons why they want to go to this place, and of course this is all based on my personal opinion. And then I have fair, so this place is just okay and I probably wouldn't recommend it and you could probably miss it. And then at the bottom I have my wish list, so these are places that I really want to go in the future. Again, disclaimer, this is all based on my own personal experience, and please bear in mind, if I've only been to that place once, I probably haven't seen the whole spectrum of, you know, things or places to do at that particular country, so that will obviously skew my perception, and it also depends on where you stay and who you're going with, which also impacts whether you like the country or not. I have a list of all of the countries in the world at the bottom, so we're just going to go through, and the countries that I haven't gone to I can't really comment on. Norway is the first one. I haven't been there, but I do want to go there in the future because I haven't been to any Scandinavian countries before and I've heard that it's really pretty, so I will put that on the wish list. Pakistan, haven't been there, so nothing much to say. Palestine, haven't been there, free Palestine though. Portugal, okay, first country that I've been to on this list. I love Portugal. I went to Lisbon, so that was the main place that I went to. I haven't been to the other cities in Portugal. The only thing that I didn't like about Portugal when I went there was the bed bugs that I got there, and they were horrible, which I know isn't really anything to do with the country, but there was just a really big bed bug infestation when I was there, and I got feasted on all over my body, and I couldn't change accommodations or anything. I had to like wash all of my stuff, and I had like 30 kilos worth of stuff because I was in Europe for 3 months, as every Australian does. But that was pretty traumatizing, and every night I went to bed and I just dreaded it because I knew that I was going to wake up with more bites. And I've had bed bugs before in another country, which I'll get to later on, but these bed bugs were so much worse than the other bed bugs that I got bitten by, because they were like big splotches, they were like burning, they were stinging. I had to take antihistamines and put like this cream on. I went to the pharmacy to get some stuff, and it was like pussy inside, and it was so itchy and so painful and uncomfortable. It still has scars on my body from the like bites. Otherwise, from the bed bugs, Portugal was really good. Lisbon has lots of stairs and it's very hilly, lots of inclines, lots of steep walkways, very narrow, so if you aren't very mobile then I probably wouldn't recommend it because it isn't really accessible. Like in my brain, because I am an occupational therapist, I was just thinking like I feel really bad for the people that aren't as mobile, or people that, you know, need to use wheelchairs and things, because they would not be able to live in this city. I got puffed like going around there, but it was really nice, really pretty. The beaches were really nice as well. Probably one of the best beaches in Europe that I've been to, and they did have sand. The water at the beaches though are so cold. Like, it's like ice cold, because I think it's like on the Arctic Ocean. I could be wrong, let me check. Oh, okay, Portugal is located on the western coast of the Iberian Peninsula and Plateau that divides the inland Mediterranean Sea from the Atlantic Ocean. So not the Arctic Ocean. I have really bad geography, sorry about that. The food was okay, wasn't amazing. I would put Portugal as great, don't need to go back. Samoa. Oh, I really want to go to Samoa, so I'm going to put that on my wish list because I just think it's so beautiful. I really want to visit all the different Pacific islands. I don't know if I would want to go out of my way to visit Scotland, but it is a place that I would go to if I had the opportunity, I guess, but I'm not like dying to go there. So let's make this must go wish list, and then might go wish list so we can differentiate. So I'll probably put like Norway and Scotland in might go, and then Samoa in must go. I went to Serbia when I had a stopover to go from Naples, Italy, then went to Serbia, and then I flew straight to Slovenia. So I only stayed in the airport, so I feel like that is nothing and it doesn't even count as me being there. They did lose my luggage though, so kind of not the vibe. I had to wait a couple days for them to find it. Luckily I had an air tag in my suitcase, so that's a tip for you when you're traveling. Put air tag in every single bag that you're bringing, because I use that air tag to track that bag down and they found it for me. That's my story about Serbia. Not gonna rate it. I do know someone from Serbia through like a mutual, so maybe I might go put it in the might go wish list. Slovenia. So I did go to Slovenia. I think I would put it in fair, just okay, can probably miss, unfortunately. I know a lot of people go there to go to like all the hikes and a lot of the nature stuff. So if you're into that, definitely go. I think also when I went there, it was really rainy and there was like a big storm, and actually a couple people died from like a mudslide or a storm whilst I was there. So that was pretty scary. So we had to stay inside the hostel for most of the time. I went to Lake Bled, which is really pretty, but probably wouldn't go back. Switzerland I do want to go to, so I might put that on the might go wish list. It's on my might go because a lot of the Scandinavian countries are really expensive, so I have to save up a lot of money to go there. Taiwan I haven't been to. Not sure if I would go, but maybe like might go, I don't know. Turkey, I will put that on a might go wish list. United States of America. I've been to LA, Houston, Texas, Las Vegas. I've been to either South or North Dakota, can't remember exactly. One of my family members lives there. I really love Disneyland, so I definitely would recommend going there, and I really want to go to Disney World, so I probably will go back just to go to Disney World in Florida. And I do want to go to like San Fran and go to Chicago and also New York, so I probably will go back even though it's not like high on my wish list. But I literally went there for 3 weeks and I gained 5 kilos in 3 weeks, which is crazy for me because I'm quite a petite person and I don't gain weight that easily. I've been the same consistent weight for most of my teenage and adulthood, and that was like shocking to my system because we literally ate so much food and it was so fattening as well. I will put USA in, I wouldn't say that it's amazing, but I probably will go back. Maybe I'll put it in great for now because it's not like amazing, if that makes sense. I don't know, I'll think about that one. Vanuatu, really want to visit. That's definitely going on a must go. I have family in Vanuatu. Australia. So I actually live in Sydney, Australia, so obviously I'm going to have a biased opinion. I love Australia. I've been to half the states in Australia, so I've been to South Australia, I've been to Adelaide, been to Perth in Western Australia, been to the Gold Coast in Queensland. I haven't been to Brisbane, been to Melbourne in Victoria, obviously around Sydney and New South Wales and like country towns across New South Wales for little road trips. I think Australia is amazing for road trips. We honestly have the best beaches in the world. Well, one of the best. We have beautiful bays, there's wavy beaches, there's no wavy beaches, the water's really clear, clean. I love Australia and I definitely want to travel more around Australia. I really want to go up to the Great Barrier Reef and go like snorkeling or diving there. Highly recommend for anyone to visit Australia if they do have the chance. It is quite expensive and it is far from a lot of places, but I definitely think it's worth the visit. Come for a month, go around Australia, go on a road trip. I think that's the best way to travel Australia because it is just so beautiful. We have beautiful countrysides. I definitely will put Australia in obsessed. Need to go back because I already live here, but I'll definitely be traveling more around Australia anyways. If you want me to do like a whole video of living in Australia and my opinions on the pros and cons, I'll do that. China. Okay, so I have been to China twice before and it was mostly for family trips. I've only been to the Guangdong province, mostly in Guangzhou, and also my like family's hometown where my dad is from because I'm half Chinese and I'm half Vietnamese. Our family's from this little country rural village called Silhing. I actually really like it there because it stirs up a lot of like cultural emotions in me, and I love connecting to my roots. My family go on, we call it Baisan, which is going to pray to our ancestors at their grave sites, and it's like a traditional like cultural thing to do. I've seen like my great-grandparents' grave sites and the great hall that they like lived in the village and everything like that. So I really enjoyed my time in China. I don't know if I would enjoy it as much if I didn't have family and my cultural background there, but I wouldn't be opposed to exploring other parts of China. You do have to be careful when you go to China though, because you're not allowed to use a lot of social media, so unless you get a, what do you call those, VPN. I will put China in either in amazing or great, because I probably will go back like for family things, but I don't need to go back. Maybe I'll put it in great. Oh, I don't know. I'm torn. Croatia. I went to sail Croatia and went to Dubrovnik, Split, Makassar. I really enjoyed it. It was really beautiful, really pretty, but I don't know if I would go back. The food was pretty nice as well. It is kind of on the pricey side because they changed to euros, and it used to be really cheap when they had their own currency, but now it's euros, so it's really expensive for us Aussies because it's like double the price. The beaches are really nice. They're all pebble beaches, so that's what you have to be careful about. I did have to purchase water shoes when I went there because I cannot for the life of me stand on pebble beaches because it hurts my feet and I have really sensitive feet. And I also am really scared of stepping on sea urchins, so definitely wear water shoes even though they don't look cute. They will save your feet, because when I was there, like, people stepped on sea urchins and it was really painful. I would put Croatia in great, but don't need to go back. Also, if you don't know what Sail Croatia is, it's basically just like a 7-day sailboat cruise thing where you go to the different islands in Croatia, which is really nice because I got to see a very vast picture of Croatia and see a lot of places in a short amount of time, which is really good. They're all Aussies there, so it's just really easy to like talk to people. I went there as a solo traveler, so that was just nice to just be comfortable and meet people. Would recommend it to go once, but I wouldn't go on Sail Croatia again because it was a lot. It's a lot of partying. I don't drink, but I do like to dance. The next place is Czechia, or the Czech Republic. I would put it in great, don't need to go back. I really like the Czech Republic. I really enjoyed Prague. That's the only place that I went to there. The food was pretty good. It was pretty diverse. The buildings are really nice. Heaps of things to do, but I probably wouldn't go back, but super fun. Ooh, Egypt. I really want to go to Egypt. I'll probably put that in a micro wish list because I just think seeing the pyramids and all that is pretty cool. England, I've only been to London. I will probably put that either in need to go back or probably will go back, because if I ever do go to Europe, I'll probably fly into London first and then stay a couple days to fly elsewhere around Europe. I've been to London twice and I've loved every time that I've been there. The first time that I went was solo, so I went on a student exchange in London during the summer and I was at King's College London. I met the most amazing friends that I'm still best friends with today. It was such an amazing experience. I can make a whole video about that exchange experience and why I would recommend exchange. So I really liked London. I love all their musicals and their plays. There's just a lot to do in London, and there's other places in England that I want to go to as well, like Oxford. I was also planning to like work there for a bit, but then I realized it's really cold in winter and I'm not about that cold life. Maybe we'll put it in probably will go back for now, because I'm not dead certain that I'm going to go back there again unless I need to. Fiji. Oh my god. Fiji is going straight up to obsessed, need to go back. It is one of the most amazing places I've been to. I loved it in Fiji. It was just beautiful. I went to the Yasawa Islands on this resort called Coconut Beach Resort. The only bad thing was there was a lot of mosquitoes, so you have to diligently apply your insect repellent like every hour, otherwise you'll get feasted on if you're like me and get feasted on mosquitoes. But the beaches were just amazing. The snorkeling was beautiful. The water was warm, so you could stay in there for hours, unlike Australian beaches, which are so cold and you get cold after like 15 minutes of being in the water. I stayed in those waters for hours, and it is just so beautiful. The people are so nice. Such a relaxing trip and definitely great to unwind. Definitely want to go back. The only thing is the food's kind of mediocre. If you go to Fiji, I'd recommend getting out of the main island and going onto the small islands because it's definitely a lot prettier. France. I will put that in great, don't need to go back. Maybe I'll move USA and China up to there. I have been to Paris, I've been to Nice, I went to like the French Riviera as well. Nice and the French Riviera, I was on the Kentucky tour, which I would recommend to go if you're like young and like you want to party and stuff. I went with my 2 cousins, which was amazing. I love traveling with my cousins. I also stayed in Paris with my great aunt who lives in Paris, which was really nice. She's unfortunately passed away now, but it was lovely spending time with her and her family and getting to know her because I had never met her in my life, and she's my grandmother's sister, and they just moved away from Vietnam, and one of them went to Australia and one of them went to Paris in France. I probably will go back to France at some point to go to the other places there, but I don't have like a strong desire to go back because I've already been to a couple of places in France. Since I've got family there, I probably will go back. Nice was fun, except that was my first taste of a pebble beach in Europe, and I think I was really shook by that because I could not walk on those stones. I'm gonna put French Polynesia on must go wish list because I really want to go to all those Polynesian islands. Greece. Oh my god, Greece is going straight up to obsessed. Need to go back. I loved Greece. I went to Santorini, Milos, Zakynthos and Corfu. So quite a few of the islands there. I also went to Athens as well. Didn't love Athens because it was kind of dirty, but the islands were beautiful. The water is crystal blue. The buildings are the classic white buildings that you see in all of those tourist photos. It literally looks like all the photos, and I would highly recommend it. I would definitely recommend going to like all the popular places like Santorini, but also going out to the not so popular islands as well. And I definitely want to go back. I definitely want to go to more islands and visit Greece again. So beautiful. I think my favorite Greek island, I can't choose because they were all really good. Maybe Santorini and Milos, but Paris was also really, I don't know, they were all great. Loved my time there, and the food's really good. Put Hungary in great, don't need to go back though. I really liked it in Hungary. I only went to Budapest and it was really fun. I went to the music festival Ziget, which was cool. I saw Imagine Dragons. It was fun. I think I really like how they had different cultures and a lot of different food to choose from, because I think at that point in my Europe trip I was just craving Asian food so badly. And they had that and it was great, and the buildings are really nice and it's quite cheap there as well. So yeah, I actually quite liked Budapest. So I mean, if I had the opportunity I would go back, but I don't have like a burning desire to go back. But I did enjoy it and I would recommend it. I will put Ireland in might go wish list. So basically all those European countries might go back when I go back to Europe, but it is very fast. Monaco. I really liked Monaco. It's actually really pretty. I'll put Monaco at amazing, probably would go back. I only went to Monaco for a day. I think it's just really opulent and really pretty. I really liked Monaco. If you're rich, even better. And again, I went to Monaco on the Kentucky tour, which was good to like hit a bunch of countries in a short amount of time. I've been to the Netherlands twice, so I probably don't need to go back there. So I'll put it in great, don't need to go back, because yeah, I did have a lot of fun in Amsterdam. I've also been to Rotterdam as well, met a friend there. I really liked it and I would go back if the opportunity was given to me, but because I have already been there twice, probably don't need to go back a third time. I love like the canals. The bikes are kind of crazy though. I'm just like scared of the bike riders because they're really aggressive on the road. Like if you don't move out of their way, they will crash into you. I will put New Zealand in amazing, probably will go back. So I went to New Zealand on a cruise. On a cruise, honestly, you're just like following the flow and you're not really, like you only go out for like a day. The cruise was good, but it was a little bit long. It was like 12 days and I honestly wouldn't recommend going on a cruise for longer than 8 days because you can get a little bit claustrophobic. I would really want to go visit New Zealand again, just to go to like the North and the South Island. I really like New Zealand as well. I love the Maori culture. Also, If you want more pictures of when I went there, I'll link my Instagram down below, which has most of the pictures of when I've traveled to these places. When I was on the cruise, we were actually on the Royal Caribbean cruise that had the volcanic explosion where a couple of people passed away or got seriously injured by the volcano. They didn't know that the volcano was going to explode. Obviously, that's why they had like this tour where it's like you can go to like an active volcano. So that was really scary, and that kind of changed our route a little bit, and it kind of put like a damper on the mood. South Korea. I'm gonna put that in a must go wish list because I haven't been, and I feel like it's kind of like a rite of passage. Like if you go to Japan, you kind of want to go to South Korea as well. Oh, Malaysia. I also really want to go to Malaysia as well. So I'll put that on a must go wish list. You can kind of see a theme. Like I kind of want to visit a lot of the Asian and the Pacific Island places. Oh, Philippines is definitely going on the must go wish list. So my camera ran out of battery. It's the next day and I'm filming the second part of this video. Here we are. I'm in the same shirt. But anyways, as I was saying, I put Philippines in the wish list because I really want to visit. The diving, the snorkeling, the beaches, the islands look amazing. I visited Singapore in like 2008, so I was around like 8 years old, so I was really young, so I don't remember much of it except that the pineapple was really expensive. Like I think we got a slice of pineapple for $2, 2 Australian dollars, and it was really hot and humid, and we also got lost on the bus because we didn't understand that you had to take the opposite bus, and we were like stuck in the rain. I did go to the night safari thing, which is really cool. I don't know if I would go back, but maybe I would go back to Singapore, like if I'm going somewhere else in Asia, and then I can do like a stopover in Singapore because it is quite small. I probably would put Singapore in good, recommend others to visit because I know a lot of people like visiting Singapore, but I just can't remember anything from it because I was so young. Sweden, I'm going to also put on my might go wish list when I go on my Scandinavian European tour. Thailand. Oh, I love Thailand. That is going straight up to obsessed, need to go back. I love Thailand. So I've been to Thailand 3 times. I've been to Phuket twice. One time when I was a child and one time when I was 19, and then I went to Bangkok one time when I was a child too. So I don't really remember much about my time in Bangkok except for it was really, really busy. I probably wouldn't go back to Bangkok. If I were to go back to Thailand, I'll definitely go to Phuket and other like beachy places. When I went to Thailand when I was a kid, I got paddy diver trained, so I can go scuba diving in the world, but I do want to refresh my memory because that was so long ago if I ever go back to scuba diving. But that was really fun. We did like a 3-day course in the pool to practice, and then we went out into the ocean and went snorkeling and diving, and it was really, really nice, and I loved that trip. I did get seasick on the boat and I vomited over the boat, and I just remember all the fish like eating my vomit. Really disgusting. But anyway, my trip when I was 19, I went to Phuket, and that was such an amazing trip. The food was really amazing and also really cheap. Didn't get sick. The beaches are really nice. The resorts are beautiful. Highly recommend Thailand, and I would definitely want to go back. Tonga, I'm going to also put in my wish list as well. Not sure if it's a might go or a must go. Maybe a might go. United Kingdom I'm not gonna put anywhere because I've already put England up there and I haven't been anywhere else in the UK. Vatican City. Ooh, I really liked the Vatican City. I only spent a day there on my Kentucky tour, but it is absolutely beautiful, and obviously it's near Rome, and I can't believe it's like a separate country with its own currency and everything. It's the smallest country in the world. The architecture is so beautiful, and it's literally like all those like Renaissance paintings on the top of the ceilings, and it's probably the most like opulent European Renaissance painting architecture that you'll find. I don't know if I would go back because I've already been, so maybe I'll put it in great, don't need to go back. But if I was in Rome, then I probably will make a stop over in the Vatican, if that makes sense. Oh, Albania. I love Albania. That is going straight up to obsessed, need to go back. I think Albania is such a underrated country, but it is gaining in popularity. It's so much cheaper than all of the other European countries because they don't use euros, they use their own currency. There's beaches that are crystal clear and so beautiful. They have mountains. I went to the Blue Eye. I also have friends in Albania, so they were really nice and they took us around Albania, and also they spoke the language, which made it a lot easier for me to travel there, which probably made the experience a lot nicer. But I think it is a bit harder if you don't know any locals there because not a lot of Albanians speak English, so just be mindful of that. It was one of my favorite places that I went to in Europe. I'm going to put Aruba in my go wish list because it's a beautiful beachy area and we all know that I love that. I'm also going to put Bahamas there as well, but just in my go because I don't have a burning desire to go there just yet. Oh, Vietnam. Okay, so I am actually going to Vietnam next year in April. I mean, I am already going back, so I don't know if I should put it in obsessed or need to go back, but maybe I'll put it in amazing, probably will go back. I am half Vietnamese, so my mum was born in Vietnam. I still have family there. 2 of my aunties are still there, and my grandma had 11 children, so 9 of the kids are in Australia and Sydney, and then 2 are in Vietnam, in Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City. I love Vietnam. It's one of the first places that I went to overseas. I can connect with my culture. I think there's a lot to do that I haven't done yet. So when I go in April, I'm going to be going to Da Nang, which I have been to before, but I was very young. So the last time I went to Vietnam, how old was I? I was 12. So I was really young. I've been to Vietnam 3 times in total, but they were all in my childhood. So I haven't been back as an adult and I haven't done touristy things there. I mostly stayed with family. So I'm really excited to see it from a fresh perspective now. Da Nang is a coastal city with lots of beaches, which is really nice. I also want to go to Phu Quoc. On my trip in April next year, you'll see the vlogs in April, I'm going for my cousin's wedding. We're gonna go to Saigon, which is where most of my family are, and then gonna go to Da Nang, which is where the wedding is, and then my cousins and we're gonna go up to Hue, which is the middle of Vietnam. Then we're gonna go up to Hanoi, which is the capital city and the north of Vietnam, which I've never been to. I can speak conversational Vietnamese, so we'll see how that goes whilst I'm there. I feel like Antarctica would be cool to go to, but it's a kind of really cold and deadly, so probably not. Canada, I'll put in my might go wish list. It's really far, but I feel like it's really nice, but it's also similar to Australia, so I don't know, but I've heard good things about Canada. Finland, we're gonna move up to the might go wish list as well. I thought we already had Finland, but we don't. We just have all the other Scandinavian countries. Ooh, Cook Islands. I am putting that straight up to my must go wish list. I've seen so many videos of how beautiful the Cook Islands is, and it's really not that far from Australia at all, and the beaches look crystal blue with beautiful white sand, and I think it's a hidden gem, so really want to go there and definitely on my wish list. I've been to Germany twice. I've been to Berlin once, Munich twice. I also went to this rural town in Germany as well. I think I liked the first time that I was in Germany a lot better because I don't know why, it was just the first time that I was there. I also went to the concentration camp, which was really interesting as a historical nerd. And the second time I didn't enjoy it as much. And I don't know if that's because I've already been, so I kind of knew what to expect. It could be the activities that I was doing there. But I will probably put Germany in great, but don't need to go back. Hong Kong. We are going to put Hong Kong in... Oh, this is hard. Let's think about this. So I've been to Hong Kong a total of 3 times, I think. 3 or 4 times. I've been to Hong Kong quite a few times, and every time I go I love it. So I do have family in Hong Kong as well, which makes it really nice to go to, so I can visit them and stay with them. And because my dad's family does speak Cantonese, I also feel connected to my culture there as well. They just have so many things to do. There's Disneyland in Hong Kong, which I love. I love going to Disneyland. They have a Marvel section, which is really, really cool. I really like Hong Kong. I feel like the food is really good. So I think I'll put Hong Kong in amazing. Probably will go back because I don't need to go back because I've already been so many times, but let's be honest, I probably will go there. And a lot of the times when you try to get to Europe, you actually stop over in Hong Kong. Denmark, I feel like I'll put that back where the Scandinavian countries belong, in the might go wish list. I did meet some people from Denmark when I was in Slovenia at the hostel that I went to. Indonesia. Okay, so if you watched my last video, you will know that I recently came back from Bali, and that was my first time in Indonesia. I haven't been to anywhere else in Indonesia, but I loved my trip in Bali, and based on that experience alone, I would definitely go back. I'm not sure if I would explore other parts of Indonesia, but I'll definitely go back to Bali. So I'm gonna put Indonesia in obsessed, need to go back because I had such a good time there and it would be lovely to go back. The food is really good, the accommodation is really nice, it's really cheap as well, the people are really, really nice. Watch my Bali vlog down below or on my channel, you'll see it if you want to see my whole Bali trip. Italy. Oh, I love Italy. So I've been to Italy twice, and oh, do I put it in obsessed or amazing? I think I'll put it in obsessed. I really liked Italy. I've been to Rome, Venice, Florence. I love Florence. Florence is absolutely beautiful. Rome is good if you want to go to like all the historical sites, and then Venice is just really cool. You have to visit before it sinks because of all the canals and everything. So that was like the first time I went to Italy. I just went to the main spots on the Contiki tour, and then last year when I went to Europe for 3 months, I went to the south of Italy. So I went on the Amalfi Coast, I went to Ravello, I went to Positano and those kind of places on the coast. They just have such interesting towns and cities in each part of Italy, and it's so different, and there's so many places that I want to visit again when I go to Italy. Like I want to go to Lake Como. I just think Italy is absolutely beautiful. Didn't get pickpocketed, which is great. So I've already been to Japan twice. I went when I was 15 and also when I was 19. And I loved both times that I was there. There's Disneyland there, there's Disney Sea. The food's amazing. I love Japanese food. I love sashimi. When I went to Japan, I had the best sashimi ever. The sashimi melts in your mouth when you eat it. So I've been to Tokyo twice, and I've been to Kyoto and Osaka. I've also been to Nara as well to see the deers, which is quite a popular thing to do. It's probably one of my favorite cities to go to. I'll put it in obsessed. I definitely would go to Japan as a solo traveler as well because it's very safe there. Macau. Oh, I really like Macau. I've been there twice as well. And it is just the Las Vegas of Asia. It is so opulent. There's like a mini Venice indoors. It has a bit of Portuguese influence with the Portuguese tarts and the buildings. If I go back to Hong Kong, I'll definitely go back to Macau because it's just really fun there. They have this water dancing show that is amazing. Maybe I'll put it in probably will go back because I've already been twice, so I don't need to go back again, but I probably will because I will probably end up in Hong Kong again, let's be honest. I'm going to put Malta in my must go wish list because if I go to Europe again, I'll definitely want to go to Malta because it looks absolutely beautiful. Oh, the Maldives. I really want to go to the Maldives. It looks so beautiful. Definitely wouldn't mind that as a honeymoon trip. So that's gonna go in must go wish list. It's my dream to live on those little huts that sit over the water. Oh, that would be so amazing. Oh, I really want to go to Mexico too. So I will put Mexico in might go wish list. because I heard that it's really fun. New Caledonia is the last one. So I went to New Caledonia on a cruise. I would also recommend going on a cruise with people that you like because you're literally stuck with them for the whole time. So I went on an 8-day cruise to New Caledonia and it was really, really fun, really pretty. It was a nice taste of New Caledonia. I went snorkeling and I saw the most humongous turtles that went right up to you. The water was really nice as well. Not as nice as Fiji. I would recommend you go on a cruise if you haven't been to somewhere, you want a taster of it and you can't bother to plan, and you can just easily go on the Sydney cruise terminal, takes you there, takes you back. So economical and so cheap. You get accommodation, travel and food all in the one ticket, and it's like $1,000. So highly recommend cruises for those purposes, but if you want to actually explore the place that you're going to, wouldn't recommend that because you don't stay in the places for long, you only stay there for a day. I'm going to put New Caledonia on great, don't need to go back, because it was really nice and I really liked it there, but since I've already been, I don't feel a need to go back unless it's maybe on another cruise, but I'll probably pick somewhere else to go on a cruise. So yeah, that is my complete list. I will quickly scroll through. So obsessed, we've got Australia, Fiji, Greece, Thailand, Albania, Indonesia, Italy and Japan. That sounds about right. Amazing, probably will go back. We've got England, US, China, Monaco, New Zealand, Vietnam, Hong Kong and Macau. Great, don't need to go back. We've got Portugal, Croatia, France, Czech Republic, Hungary, Netherlands, Vatican City, Germany and New Caledonia. Good, we've just got Singapore, fair. We've just got Slovenia. So those can probably combine into one, to be honest. And then my must go wish list is there. I'm not going to go through that because I haven't been there. And my might go wish list. So that is so far all my travels. Let's count how many places I've been to. 27 countries. I feel like that's not bad for being 24 and living in Australia, which is really far from other countries. So I feel like I did pretty well. That is the end of my video. It is really long. I hope you enjoyed. I know that it was very rambly, but it gives a good picture of all the places that I've been to. If you have any places that you want me to go more in depth with my opinions on, please let me know in the comments down below. And if you have any other videos about travel or about life that you are interested in, please let me know as well. I hope you have a lovely day and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!